Hey guys, CJ here, Fat Dog Furniture. Just a little update. I took the last couple days off. I'm in between projects, so I kind of cleaned up a little bit. Kind of found the shop because it was getting really, really bad. And I decided I would take the time to finally fix this. It's been sitting here about a month and a half in the barn, and I just couldn't stand to have it sitting there anymore. It just takes up too much space. So I figured I'd get my head out of my ass and fix it. So it developed a hydraulic leak in the valve body that controls the boom and the bucket tilt. So what I did was, let me see if I can turn a light on here and get a little light on the subject. Oh, turn the switch on, dummy. So inside the machine, it has, a hydraulic pump which pumps pressurized hydraulic oil through a bunch of lines. Then it comes down all the way down in here. I know it's kind of hard to see, but the valve body bolts in here. So I had to try to take the valve body apart in the chassis, and that just wasn't working. I wasted 2 nights, and all I did was get mad as hell. So I ended up taking off all of these hydraulic lines that you see, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 10 different hydraulic lines, and then remove the valve body from the chassis. So here's the valve body on the bench. These were all the, all these ports here is where all those hydraulic lines connected to. And then here's your main supply down on the bottom. So what happens is, I'm sure everybody here has used a tractor or a log splitter or anything like that, where it's got a handle, you push or pull. And what that does is it moves a spool. This is what a spool looks like. And as you can see on the spool, there's lots of, cut channels right here, and then down here. So essentially what's happening is when you move the handle, it brings oil, which is pressurized onto, say, this channel here. When you move it, it now puts pressurized oil in this channel, which diverts it out to another hydraulic line. So it goes in one hydraulic line, out the other hydraulic line, and then out to the piston, fills the piston full of hydraulic oil, and moves the bucket, or moves whatever hydraulic piece that it's designed to move. So, essentially, let me see if I can turn the camera around here. I should be able to flip it, I think. I'm not real sure. I don't see an icon. Nope, don't see an icon to flip, so maybe not. Alright, so the bucket has a foot pedal which operates these. The foot pedal attaches here and either pushes or pulls this spool in or out. I don't know if I can't grab it with my fingers because it's all lubed up, but it pushes or pulls this spool through the valve body. And on the back of the valve body, it has these little caps, which basically this is what's inside of here. So oil was leaking out of that little weep hole. So inside of that little weep hole is a little seal. There's 4 or 5 seals, one on each side, which keeps all the oil, the pressurized oil, inside of the valve body instead of it leaking out either end. So that's what I'm doing. I got the one done already, and I just got done cleaning up all the parts. So I'm resealing up the second spool. Even though it wasn't leaking, I took it apart and reseal it and reinstall it, and then hopefully later on this evening or tomorrow evening I'll get the valve body itself back in the chassis and get it all hooked up and get the machine out of here. Before I do that, after I put the valve body in and get it all hooked up and reinstalled, I got all new Bobcat filters, hydraulic filters. These are 2 stone hydraulic filters that go in line. As I'm going to service the engine, Bobcat oil filter. I got fuel filters, give it a complete service. So this way it'll have a completely fresh hydraulic service and also a engine service. And then, if all goes well, then I only have one more thing to fix on it, and that's the parking brake doesn't work. When I borrowed the machine from a friend of mine, and it had a whole bunch of issues. It wouldn't steer right, it wouldn't start half the time. It wouldn't stay parked. It was dangerous because as soon as you hit the key, if it started, the machine wanted to start and turn all by itself, and when you're on the trailer, the day that I brought it home, oh boy, that was took me probably an hour to get the machine started, and once I got it started, I didn't realize how bad the steering was. So the steering, the machine about turned sideways on the trailer. I thought I was going to flip it off, and it was spectacular. So I mean, he's a good friend of mine. He's a good dude. He let me borrow the machine, and in exchange that, I would work on it. So that's what I've been doing. I replaced all of the steering components that were bad, fixed all of the steering, fixed the starting problem, which was some fuel lines and fuel pump. Let me see, what else did I do to it? When I got it, the bucket wouldn't come off. It has these quick detach mechanism to let go of the bucket, and it's got like a big Harley rake or a lawn rake. So that didn't work. I got that all fixed up. So I mean, the machine's getting there. I've had it for I want to say maybe 2 years. So I figure by the time I get it all done, he should probably need it back, and he'll have a nice machine again. And so he won't feel bad about letting me borrow the machine anytime I need it. And I feel good because, a friend of mine lent me a very expensive piece of machinery. And, I gave it back to him in way better condition than I got it in. And now he has a mini excavator as well that has some issues, I guess. I was talking to his wife last night, and she said, "Oh, is that the lawn ornament?" I said, "No, it's not a lawn ornament anymore. It's all tuned up now." And she says, she was telling him about it, and he said he was asking me if I needed to borrow the excavator because he would gladly drop it off. So I mean, who knows? There might be a mini here next. That's what friends are for, right? I value my friendship with people, and I try very hard, to take care of them, and I appreciate it when they take care of me. So I guess it's time to go back to work. I got to get this thing back together and hopefully get it in over the next day or two, because I got a couple little small wood jobs that I got to get done. I got to build a rolling cart for the woman at the restaurant that I've been building everything for. And I also have to build a wooden American flag that's painted and charred. So I guess there's nothing to it but to do it. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Sorry it's been a little bit long for an update. Talk to you soon. Thanks so much.